generation, man. Our next guest knows all about it. He is a Oakland Raiders. Damn, I'm still saying Oakland, man.
That's all right, bro.
I'm still saying Oakland.
Fine. He'll let you know it's still Oakland.
It's still Oakland, right? Exactly. Oakland Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders analyst. He covers college football as well. Our guy Kirk Morrison jumping on. Kirk, you all good, man? I know you had to drop off the daughter, pick up the daughter, and everything, man. These kids. Did you stop at Starbucks too on the way home, like they always ask?
No, that's Wednesday. No. No, not today. No, we can't be doing these ice mocha lattes on a Monday. So.
I feel you, man. Thanks for jumping on with us, man. We got a lot to talk about. Let's talk about Saturday's game. First of all, close game, 22-19. Niners beating the Raiders on a last-second field goal by Jake Moody. Let's start by talking about what we saw from the starters. And I want to start with Geno Smith and Ashton Genty. Just tell me what you thought of that first unit. They look good, I thought, marching down the field. How did you feel about that first unit from the Raiders?
Yeah, I think, look, for the most part, they came out and played well. They did it a lot better than they did the week earlier in Seattle. Seattle was up and down. It was their first opportunity to show what they can do. And I've always said, playing in that first preseason game, sometimes it's a little bit difficult because it's the first time you're able to go full contact, tackle to the ground, or for some time the running back being able to get hit all the way to the ground for the first time. So I saw some good promise this past weekend on both sides of the ball, man. I mean, really, defensively, offensively. I mean, Ashton Genty showed you that he belonged. He showed you the part. He showed you the reason why that dude is the number, a top 10 pick, one of the first backs taken in this NFL draft. But I think defensively, there's going to be some room for the Raiders to get some things fixed. But for the most part, I'm pleased with their effort. Now, me as an analyst, I got some little stuff I can, criticisms that they know definitely they can get better at.
Joined by Kirk Morrison, Captain Kirk. Kirk, man, I'll jump back on the other side because I can't allow you to talk Raiders too much long, man. That bring the hair up on the back of my neck. What were your thoughts initially on the first unit? And they had a couple of young cats. Marcus Siegel, he looked like he's showing out. Nick Martin, linebacker for the 49ers. Of course, playing linebacker being who you are. Anything stand out on the opposite side for you for the 49ers?
Yeah, they got a couple guys that really stood out. For me, you mentioned one of those names, Nick Martin. I've loved Nick Martin for a long time. I followed him at Oklahoma State doing a lot of his games, and to see what his game transition from the college to the NFL. And I thought, man, he's taking whatever that Fred Warner is doing, keep doing, because Nick Martin is following right behind him. So there's an opportunity. Obviously, we know with D. Winters being there, but Dre Greenlaw going in free agency to Denver Broncos, there's going to be opportunities for Nick Martin to play. So I was kind of excited to see what he can do. And then the running back position is going to be one that we really have to concentrate on. The 49ers, I don't think that they're going to be settled for a long time. We know it's Christian McCaffrey, but behind him, it's just going to be who's the healthiest. Right. So there are some guys right now that I think that can really take a hold and I think find a way onto this roster. But it's been it's going to be kind of by, running back by committee after Christian McCaffrey.
Well, Kirk, I wanted to ask you about that because, and I'll go on record, I'm an Eagles fan, so I'm going to put that out there. So anything I say is viewed with, our green-colored glasses. With that being said, I'm looking at this Niners team through the first couple of weeks, and I know it's preseason, but I'm like, damn, they need CMC.
You ain't lying.
CMC, I mean, he might be the most valuable player on this squad. How do you view that running back position outside of CMC, and will he have to carry another huge workload for this squad this year, you think?
Yeah, if they're going to put it all on CMC, that's pretty difficult because we saw what that looked like last year. Last year. I thought the offense looked totally different when CMC was not available. And now you're forced to have, Deebo Samuel, you're forced to George Kittle, you're forced for a lot of guys, and Brandon Ayuk went down. We always say that Christian McCaffrey is the base of that offense. If he's not going, everybody else doesn't get a chance to eat the way that they want to, right? It's like when he's available, he's a joker. because you can line him up in a lot of different places, but he's always a home run hitter. I think that's something that the 49ers want to find another home run hitter. Who's the guy right now that puts the fear in you on that 49ers offense? I mean, George Kittle's always going to be solid, but George Kittle ain't running away from nobody right now. He'll make a play or two, but Christian McCaffrey, that's the one you're like, uh-oh, if we don't tackle him, this could be a long day. I want to see if the 49ers can develop another home run hitter, another guy that can make some things happen.
Cap, man, you've been down there in LA, obviously rocking for a long time. In the last handful of years, you've been working for the Rams as part of one of your 72 jobs that you carry every single year. Right now, it's a Matt Stafford back situation, back issue. And I'm, as a Niner, I continue to keep on saying I'm grinning, I'm smiling, I'm cheesing. If Jimmy G is going to be your starting quarterback, then I'm all the way up. Everything that's down your way in SoCal and LA, man, what you hearing about Matt Stafford? Is it truly serious as it may sound?
Okay, so I'm glad you asked this question because I have my opinion on it, and then you have the analyst media opinion on it.
Okay.
So media-wise and around LA, a lot of people are they're kind of nervous. They don't know what's going on, his back and this and that, and he had to get an epidural, this and that. But there was one key thing that Sean McVay and Les Snead and everybody kept telling people, and nobody was listening. How would you ignore the one piece that Coach kept saying? What they kept saying? If we had a game tomorrow, he'd be available. If we had a game tomorrow, he'd be available. You know what that tells me? It tells me that Matthew Stafford didn't want to participate in training camp.
That's what I thought.
He was, bro was chilling.
That's what I thought. I said the same thing.
What if you ask a player who's been in the league 15 years or more, what do they always tell you when they say, hey, are you getting ready for the season? Oh, my God, training camp.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to go to training camp. And if I had been in the league 17 years, guess what? You know what I can do. Let Jimmy G learn the offense. Let Stetson Bennett take all the snaps. Why do I need to be there? Let me go chill, hang with my wife, chill with my daughter, go take them to Starbucks, and then I'll be ready to go mid-August. How that sound? And what was the timeline? Mid-August. And look who practiced today, mid-August. Oh, Matthew Stafford, 3 weeks before the season starts. That's my opinion. I think the dude was just chilling. And the Rams had to find a way to justify him not practicing because he was still around the team. He was still at the meetings. It wasn't like, hey, dude was just chilling. He didn't want to practice.
Kirk Morrison joining us. Man, Kirk, when you look at the Niners division.
Yep.
And I'm looking at the Niners schedule and how cupcake it is, how
hey man, Charmin tissue soft it is.
Ooh,
I'm just saying.
Come on, see here y'all go.
Is it? How would you handicap the division out there? Is it Niners first and Rams? Like how are you viewing that division?
Yeah, I mean the 49ers are playing a last place schedule because they were the last place team in the NFC West. So, yes, comparable when you look at the quarterbacks and teams that they'll go against. The 49ers, we believe, should be favored in many of those games. Now, when you talk about the NFC West, like you mentioned, you got to go with the defending champion Rams. They're right there at the top. But we can't forget that the Seattle Seahawks went 10-7 last season. In their first year under Mike McDonald, I think they'll be better. Have you not watched how these dudes are running the football right now? They are old school, running it right down your throat. So I love this mentality and that defense, the way that they played toward the end of last year. So I like where Seattle is right now, too. And then it's the team that I got a chance to go see during training camp, the Arizona Cardinals. You walk around that building, and they all have this confidence that they feel like year 3 was always the year that this team was going to take the leap, going to take the next step. This team went 8-9 last year. People don't understand. 8-9, 9-8. That's one game. And if they would have won 2 more, they're 10-7. This is a good football team, kind of lurking. And I talked to Kyler Murray just for a little bit, about 10 minutes, and it's the first time in a long time that the dude actually had a chance to train for football and train and work within his offense. Every year, he's always had to rehab an injury. This year, it was all about ball. That's why I'm thinking, like, woof, this could be one of those teams as well that could sneak up on a lot of folks in this division.
Joined by Captain Kirk Morrison. Kirk, overall, because, I got to get a little college football in there for my life, but the just looking at bird's eye view, the big picture NFL, is there one or two things that's outside of the common sense realm right now, big time, that you eyeball and, you want a little question? Is it the quarterback beating Pat Mahomes? Is it no love for Baker Mayfield? Is Shador the top of the line? What's catching Kirk Morrison's eye right now?
That's interesting, man. The national story. That's good. That's a good question. I think for me, what I'm looking at is Baltimore, Buffalo. That's it. I mean, last year was the year that we felt that it was Josh Allen's turn and didn't get it done. And the year before that, it was Lamar Jackson's turn and he didn't get it done. Joe Burrow, okay, you got there, but can you get back again? So I'm looking at what, last week everybody talked about these tiers of quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It was who's the franchise quarterback? Yeah, Sando to on everybody.
Right.
Well, Sando, I love what he brought up, the conversation aspect of it, but I want to see of those elite top-tier quarterbacks who can break through and win a championship. Who can win the championship? That's what I want to see. I'm ready, Josh Allen. I'm ready, Lamar Jackson. I'm ready, Joe Burrow. But until then, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league, and I never doubt the Chiefs. But until you beat them, that's just what it's going to be. So for those teams, honestly, just waiting to the playoff. Yes, I'm going to watch the regular season. It's going to be great. It's going to be phenomenal. And there may be a breakthrough team, but I want to see that. And another thing I want to see, Jaden Daniels, are you for real?
Yep.
Can you do it for? And Jay, one of my OG partners, right, is Gary Payton. I love Gary Payton. Gary Payton, I used to mess with him all the time. I said, "Oh, you see young Anthony Davis, or you see this young dude, Zion Williamson, you see this young player." And I remember my OG would always tell me, "Hey, don't come around me until he played 4 or 5 years, man." I said, "What?" Yeah. He was like, until he played 4 or 5 years, don't come around me talking about that. And what he was trying to tell me is that anybody can do it for a year. Anybody can do it for 2 years. But what makes you a great player in any league is when you consistently can do that 3, 4, 5, 6 years in a row. That puts you in an upper echelon. That puts you into one of the best players in your era. That puts you into one of the best Hall of Fame conversation. So that's why I bring that up, because I want to see, can Jaden Daniels repeat what he did in year one?
Man.
Or will he be C.J. Stroud? Remember how they announced his boy C.J. Stroud year one? All of a sudden he had the down year. We're not talking C.J. Stroud. So can C.J. Stroud rebound? And then Mr. Silvernails. We want to see what Caleb Williams does. Yeah, he had silver yesterday. So, but he played well. And I want to see, can he show us what we wanted to see in year number one? No. So that's my thing. It's the quarterbacks, man. I want to see, can they show me something?
The money makers.
Last thing, too. I said this, too. If you look around just the way things turned out last year, whether it's the final 4 teams or the final 8 teams, if you look at the teams, they all had something in common. They all either had a first-round pick at quarterback or a second-round pick. The second-round picks last year were obviously a guy like Jalen Hurts, right? But I think you could also put in the other quarterback I was talking about. Oh, in the AFC West, they didn't make the final 8
Justin
now,
Herbert.
but Geno Smith Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
But Geno, I'm just saying now, if you look around the league, you got to have a first-round quarterback. And so this does come back on the Niners, because they got a 7th rounder. The 7th rounder going to have to play like a first rounder every single week now. That's all I'm going to say. Just look around the league. Everybody got a first-round quarterback now, except for Russell Wilson, who's going to start. Obviously, Brock Purdy's a 7th-rounder. Jalen Hurts is a 2nd-rounder. And Geno Smith. Everybody else, first round. Look at the NFC West. All first round. Think about that. And 2 of them was number 1 overall.
Kirk, I was going to ask you this because I was driving in. I was thinking of this very thing, and I was wondering the quarterback position. I haven't done the research, but I just want to throw this out there. Is it the best it's ever been? I feel like maybe 5 years ago or 4, we were like, man, the quarterback position sucks. Yeah. Now it seems like there's ballers all over. Right. I mean, you got Baker Mayfield. You got, Sam Darnold now. They're hoping for big things. Jordan Love, is this era of quarterbacks, like, how great is this era of quarterback play right now?
They're good. But let's be honest. Social media show the highlights. Fantasy football give us the fantasy stats. I want to see the resumes start to build by playoff success. I want to see Jordan Love win another playoff game like he did against Dallas. I want to see Baker Mayfield win another playoff game like he beat up the Eagles. I want to see the collection of quarterbacks come together and give us what we saw for many years with Manning, Brady, Breeze, Rivers. That's the stuff I think that we're not. Roethlisberger's in there, Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre at the end of his career. Like, that's the stuff that I'm excited to see. Eli Manning. That's why it's hard for me to say this new young generation of quarterbacks is going to live up to what we were getting from those guys week in and week out.
Man.
They got to win something.
Yeah, you ain't lying, bro. You real talk, man. Somebody got to beat Mahomes. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Yeah.
Hey,
until we beat Mahomes, they all social media quarterbacks.
All I know is this, though, Kirk. My boy, in 2 games in the Super Bowl against Patrick Mahomes, has outplayed him. I'm talking about Jalen Hurts. Where's he at in all of this?
I mean, he's just solid.
Oh, cut his mic. Just solid. Jay, cut it. Just solid, Kirk? Come on, baby.
Saquon, baby. Come on, man. It's an O-line.
I'm going to be real with you. We will not appreciate Jalen Hurts until he's retired. That's it.
Yeah, that's game.
I'm just real. We're not going to appreciate him until he's retired because we're living in he got Saquon and A.J. Brown and look at that defense and this and that. But the same thing could have been said about Russell Wilson. We keep claiming that one Super Bowl that he got, it was the Legion of Boom. Like, come on, man. But yet you talk about Russell Wilson, like, Russell Wilson, he's a Super Bowl champion. Dude handed the ball off to Marshawn Lynch. Come on, stop it. So we can't appreciate what Jalen Hurts is doing until he's retired. Because once he's retired, we're going to look at a guy who's been to multiple Super Bowls, will have a great numbers, rushing touchdowns, throwing touchdowns, success in the playoffs. But who are you going to compare it to when he's retired, right? Because he's going to have better stats. He's already ahead of Lamar. He's ahead of Josh Allen. So when we think about this era of quarterbacks when it's time and they're all retired, he's going to be ahead of them. We're going to be like, man, did we really appreciate how good he was? Or are we going to keep saying, he had all these different guys, and that's the reason why he got it done.
Kirk, I know you got to get out of there, man. The kids, we coming up on the end of the break real fast. Just a synopsis of college football, big time. What we looking at this year as you're on the call every single weekend? Who's Archer's out there? Number one, we understand, Ohio State's trying to defend the championship. Clemson's allegedly back. Who are you looking at big time? Who's rocking in college football?
Yeah, I'm going down to Athens week 1. I'll be down at Marshall at Georgia on ESPN on 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific, August 30th. So less than 2 weeks, I'll be on the broadcast and my guy Mike Monaco. And my whole thing now that I start to dive in, I got like this one last week of preseason. Then I'll dive into college football. And the one thing that kind of dominates it all. You mentioned Ohio State. You mentioned, some of these other big college programs. Can they all wear name tags for the first month of the season? And I say that because I don't know who's on what team. I don't know who transferred.
Right.
We got my boy from the Bay, who about the quarterback, Joey Aguiar. He's about to coach. He's about the quarterback, Tennessee. He wouldn't even know he's from Antioch. That's how crazy the college football scene is right now, man. It's just, you got to go, sit down and really study these rosters because of the transfer portal. Everybody's saying, this team is going to be great. There are 13, 14 new starters on almost every team around college football because of the transfer portal. So if there's a theme about college football this year for me to you guys, let's just take the first month just to learn who the teams are, and then we'll evaluate from there.
That's our guy, Kirk Morrison, 8-year NFL vet at linebacker, started for the Oakland Raiders. Now he works for the Raiders as an analyst as well. And, of course, you can follow him on college football broadcast, NFL broadcast as well. Kirk, we appreciate you, man. We'll have to do it again soon.
All right, sounds good, man.
Appreciate you, champ.
Yeah, that's our